Grid Marty. Character profile. Personality. Grid Marty is a walking contradiction, equal parts friendly and exploitative. He embodies a carefree spirit that doesn't seem too concerned about anything, except when it involves making a profit or bending the rules. Marty has a rebellious streak, thriving on the chaos and limitless potential of Grid World. He loves pushing boundaries, whether it's bending the rules of Grid Mart or subverting the expectations of those who end up in the zero dimension. Despite his greedy tendencies, Marty can be quite charming and likes making friends, especially if they end up spending money at his store. Occupation. Grid Marty owns and runs Grid Mart, the only store in the zero dimension known as the Grid. It's a space that occupies a special place in the world. Those who find themselves in the Grid soon discover that they can only summon and manipulate things after purchasing them at Grid Mart. Marty runs the store with an eye for profit, knowing full well that he's selling dreams, and people will do anything to gain access to what he offers. Powers. Telekinetic manipulation. Grid Marty can manipulate objects telekinetically, but only those that are connected to the Grid Mart's inventory. Object summoning. He has the ability to summon objects from within the Grid Mart, and his connection to the store allows him to summon with precision and ease. Reality regulation. Marty has a subtle influence over the rules of the Grid, subtly adjusting conditions to ensure that Grid Mart remains the focal point of any visitor's experience. Motivations. Marty is motivated by both profit and influence. He enjoys having control over what people can summon in the zero dimension, using his store's monopoly to exploit those who find themselves within the Grid. At the same time, he is driven by a certain mischievous curiosity. He loves seeing what people will do, what they will try, and just how far they can be pushed before they fight back. Deep down, he might even enjoy the social aspect of his work, finding some satisfaction in being the hub of everyone's adventure. Backstory. Grid Marty has been part of the zero dimension for as long as he can remember, almost as if he were born out of the Grid itself. He grew up learning how to navigate its strange and shifting rules, eventually deciding to carve out his own niche within this surreal space. His rebellious nature didn't like the idea of being controlled by anything, so he sought to turn the rules on their head by creating Grid Mart. It was a simple idea: make himself indispensable in a place where imagination runs wild. Over time, his store became a crucial part of how the Grid functioned. If people wanted to use their powers, they had to go through him. This gave him not just wealth but power, and that suited Marty just fine. He thrives on the transactions, the bartering, and the fact that everyone who comes through the Grid will have to deal with him eventually. His carefree, friendly persona hides his greed and the subtle delight he takes in controlling the dreams of others, especially as they desperately try to find what they need within the mystery packs and shelves of Grid Mart.